Hello there. I just found out that I am 2 days late for this Gamescom event on Steam. This initially wasn't a big deal since I'm not a hype or a pre-order guy, but trying out new demos in my favorite genres is exciting. So without further ado, I present to you my finds. Bound by Blades by Zeph. This action RPG is their first project and is going to be released somewhere in 2022. The game focuses on boss battles and honestly impressed me due to its unique design of platforms and smart use of introducing a moveset. The game starts with a prologue that seemed a bit mundane due to my goldfish attention span and constant graphical teasing from AAA titles. It basically informs you that you are the chosen one to fight against evil. Bam, first boss. Now the first thing that I noticed is that the stage is interesting. Instead of platforms or puzzles, they have a board-like stage. These four are the positions you can actively attack from, and these are their traveling routes. Attacks can be divided as light, which allows you a machine gun-like combo after 3 hits from the same position and without interruption. Or heavy.
Nope.
Which has a longer animation but far higher damage. Also on the third hit from the same position without interruption turns into a mega attack with insane damage and a chance for stunning the boss. And while there are other systems like crafting, upgrading, enchanting equipment, and farming materials for them, I would like to focus only on the boss battles for now. You see, the Scarecrow was just a tutorial boss, and so we move on to the next one, a possessed Scarecrow. Here he has 3 attacks, an orb shooter, an orb smash, and rotating beam. Avoiding them is pretty easy and it follows the basics introduced beforehand, but adds the move shield, which is assigned to spacebar. You see, orb smash is pretty much unavoidable, and so shields are the only safe way. But if you think about it, they can also be used for orb shooter, and this discovery lets you spam attacks and reduce the duration of this boss fight, because you don't need to needlessly travel from one point to another. The tutorial didn't state that, and so discovering it makes you feel like an explorer or a pro gamer. But is it consistent?
Isn't that the question of the day?
Well, to answer that question, I will have to spoil the second boss. But I promise this is the last boss I shall disclose the secrets about. And there are plenty more for you to discover on your own. Now, the second boss is a slime. And if anime and video games have ever taught us anything about them, well, they tend to split into mini slimes when they have a low HP. This is exactly what happens, but twice. Of course, it's not what we are focusing on for now. You see, now you know the general understanding of the move's shield and moving positions, but what if an attack lands on the route? The shift key, aka dodge, is introduced to avoid these attacks. But again, is that all it's limited to? What if it can be used to avoid attacks on the same position? The possibilities it opens up are numerous, and so I went back to the first boss and dodged the shoot orbs, introducing the concept of parry, giving me a final grade of S+ and declaring me the boss. Now, before I show you another S plus grade fight with the second boss, you need to understand that the boss has two attacks. One is a light attack with a longer duration, and the other is two bones that are slightly homing. The boss then splits into two slimes, which reduces the duration of these attacks and introduces a Windows icon-like damage orb. Each slime later splits into two, which drastically reduces the attack duration and almost makes it a bullet hell. Once you weave past all these attacks and land a dozen of your own, do you get the S plus rank. Now, as promised, I'm not going to spoil the next boss, but I will say it was quite hard the first few times, with my advice being know all boss attacks and spam only heavy attacks. The fourth boss was too hard for me, and so I decided to enchant my weapon, which crashed the game and corrupted my save file. So I decided to add this game to my wishlist and move on to the next one. But this wasn't the only problem I encountered. You see, the keyboard mapping is fixed, and if this isn't your playstyle, well, you're pretty screwed, my friend. Also, attacks from the mouse button are not recognized at times, which makes it a pretty complicated boss fight. Closing thoughts are that this game is going to be inevitably compared to the boss fight mayhem that is Cuphead. And while that game is far superior in terms of art style and smooth animations, this too has a few things going for it, like a unique design and some creative boss fights. There is one similarity though that makes Bound by Blade stay on equal footing to Cuphead, and that being my old video, which is very similar to this game's motto. You get the basics down, know all boss moves, and just start experimenting till it fits your playstyle and achieve your desired result. This feeling of beating a boss through your own hard work and ingenuity is similar. It's the same I felt during Cuphead's playthrough. And for that, this game is ranked very high in my wishlist. Thank you for watching the video to its completion. Hope you guys like the game, maybe wishlist it, and have a great day.
Please subscribe and like and subscribe, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Check out my Instagram.